Stranger, of course, to the local vibe. Film critic Dale Pollack is here. Dale, we're excited to have you as always here on this show. But you have to start with this first one that we're going to be talking about. Waco, American Apocalypse. Sounds intriguing.
Well, it is intriguing. You know, this is the 1993 event that saw a religious cult, the Branch Davidians, in a really violent standoff against the FBI and the ATF. What's fascinating about this are the interviews with all the participants. Of course, the Branch Davidians are all dead. They died in a ghastly fire at the time. And this was very controversial when it happened in the 1990s. We forget about that. And this 3-episode series is riveting. I could not stop watching. It unfolds in a very dramatic fashion. And what we see is one of the biggest screw-ups in American history. This could have been concluded non-violently. Everybody did the wrong thing at the wrong time, and it ended up as an unspeakable tragedy. And this is just a series that, in 3 episodes, perfectly encapsulates the situation, the conflict, and the eventual revolution. 80 people burned to death, and that's the legacy of this story.
Dale, I remember this when it was, in the news, and that's what everybody talked about, for the longest time when this happened, because it was such a horrific situation. They really captured this that well?
That well, and again, they have all this video interviews with David Koresh, with the actual negotiators, footage that I had never seen before, and really gives a context to the story and makes it more than just a sensational rip from the headlines, and really becomes an examination of cult behavior, of loyalty, and of the overreach of the federal government.
Wow.
My goodness, Dale, this is amazing that it brings history to life. So what do you give this as far as the popcorn scores?
4 popcorns. Yeah. It's, again, one of the most compelling series that I've seen this year.
That's great. Okay, not the lightest of topics, however, for folks who are looking for something lighter in the weekend viewing. And this next one really isn't either. Talk about Boston Strangler.
Well, many of us might remember the Boston Strangler movie with Tony Curtis, but that was really more fictional than factual. This is the actual story, interestingly, of 2 female reporters who had to overcome a lot of sexism to get to where they were, and they basically solved the Boston Strangler case, working closely with the police. The 2 reporters are played by Keira Knightley and Carrie Coon. They are both excellent. The problem is they are fighting so hard to overcome male prejudice that they really become a little unlikable, particularly Keira Knightley's character. By the end of the movie, I didn't really like her very much. I admired her, but I think the movie misses on a certain personal connection. And while it's interesting, it's not groundbreaking and revelatory in the way that the Waco documentary is.
Okay. What kind of popcorn rating did you end up giving Boston Strangler?
I give it 3 because the acting is very good. We know the outcome. We know the Boston Strangler will be caught, but the documentary does raise some interesting questions about whether they really got the right guy or not. And I think that's the principal reason I gave it 3 popcorns and the principal reason to watch it.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Well, Dale, again, not on the lightest of notes, but I actually saw this one come across my Netflix screen, MH370. This is the plane that disappeared. I think we all still have so many questions about this one.
This was the Malaysian Airlines flight that took off and then seemed to vanish literally into the air. And the very frustrating thing about MH370, the plane that disappeared, is you end up knowing no more by the end of the film than you discover at the beginning. It's a very frustrating experience because you're looking for answers and you're simply not getting them. You get the same questions rephrased again and again. Was it the pilot? Was it a mechanical error? How could a plane and 248 people vanish into thin air? And the very frustrating thing is, after you've invested your time in this, you know nothing more than you did before you started. So this, to me, is an example of an irritating documentary that simply exhumes the same questions, but doesn't bother to try to really answer them. And that mystery persists. We still have no idea what happened to that flight. The wreckage was never really found. and the poor family members have no closure with what happened in this tragedy.
Dale, in your opinion, why would they make this documentary if they don't attempt to answer those questions?
Brian, that's exactly what puzzled me and why I'm giving it 2 popcorns.
Okay.
Because whatever they were thinking, it didn't work. And if you're going to poke people and say, hey, pay attention to this mystery, you need to have a new angle on it. You need to provide some answers. And as I said, this documentary only poses more questions.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, thank you, Dale, for those suggestions. They all seem like fantastic things that can capture our attention this weekend. And of course, we have those titles on your screen once again. Waco on Netflix, Boston Strangler on Hulu, and MH370 on Netflix. And of course, if you enjoyed these reviews, make sure you check out Dale's website for much more. It's right there on your screen, DaleMPollock.com. Bye.